Hey guys, welcome to Game Bed. Today, beginning my video, and today we'll be covering the Sparks Operator Bundle, long-awaited Operator Bundle that finally dropped in shop yesterday, along with the release of the new Sykov pistol, or the APS pistol as it's known. I did the conversion on this yesterday, so go ahead and check that out. I'll link that down below, as well as you can find it on the channel and the playlist after. So that is in the weapon conversion series. We went over that pretty in depth yesterday. Nice long video going into the real-life stats of the weapon and the conversion from the base Makarov PM that it is in game. So here on screen you can see the Sparks Operator Bundle. First off, what this comes with is the Sparks Operator as well as his skin Merca. We also have the Frozen Waste Marksman Rifle for the SPR, which is an integrally suppressed M24 SWS. We also have the Monviso handgun, which is again the APS conversion pistol here from the Makarov PM or the Sykov in game. We have a vehicle skin, the True North Charm, Axing for Trouble finishing move, which unfortunately we can't preview these anymore, which is kind of a bummer. It seems like with the integration from Cold War came in, it took away our ability to preview the finishing moves. We also have the Tracker Calling Card Expedition Emblem, as well as the Out Cold Spray and the Wall Hanger Sparks Operator Quip. So all that available in shop for 2,400 quad points finally arrived in shop yesterday. So let's go ahead now and we will back out and take a look at the Operator Bundle. So here you see the APS pistol conversion, as well as we'll go over both weapons and the Operator Bundle here. So first off, let's go ahead and go to the Operator Bundle, or the Operator himself being Sparks. So you can see here he is on the Coalition and he is classified as a Demon Dog here in Modern Warfare. Now if we go ahead and preview him, he only has the one operator skin right now, and you can see it's basically that snow ghillie suit. We've seen some operator skins with a similar snow type attire, so it reminds me a lot of some of Otter or Golem's skins there with those regular ghillie suits. However, this one is winterized, so unfortunately we don't have any snow areas really, maps or really that many snow areas in Warzone to utilize this, so you're going to stick out like a sore thumb, but we'll go ahead and we actually do a winter map here in the gameplay. But here you can see he's got that canopy cover on the back. He doesn't have a plate carrier on. He just kind of has a tack vest. You can see his radio, his pouch, his sling. You can see his handgun holster, and then knee pads. And then he's got what looks like the chains on his boots there for more grip in those snowy and icy environments. So that's the Operator. Nothing really crazy with the Operator himself. I think he looks pretty cool. However, there's not enough winterized areas in Modern Warfare multiplayer or really in Warzone to use this quite effectively. You can see the backside of the ghillie suit almost looks red, so it seems like they may have copy and pasted this from, I believe, one of the other operator skins, just turned the back white there, as you can see. So let's go ahead and back out, and we'll jump into the two new weapons here that come with this Operator Bundle, again, in shop for 2,400 quad points. So we'll look at first the Frozen Waste. So what this comes with is the XRK 208 Dragoon. Now, this is the integrally suppressed barrel for the SPR or the M24. Surprisingly, no one really uses this that much. I've used it a little bit in Warzone. Definitely not a Warzone type build unless you're running it more so close quarters, I would say, inside of 200 meters. But it's a heavy-duty integrated suppressor with the monolithic core. So again, it's going to give you basically like the monocle suppressed integral barrel for a lot of weapons. Instead of putting the suppressor on, you're going to have it integrated in. So it's going to give you the sound suppression and the bullet velocity increase with this one, as well as keeping you off the minimap. So the cons being the ADS speed with this barrel, but again, integrally suppressed barrel, you get a 2-for-1 combo here, and really over the longest barrel being the 26-inch, you're not losing that many stats. They're very similar. You can see there, you're going to lose a little bit of range and the accuracy, control, things like that, but it's not too big of a difference, and you save an attachment, which is interesting. Next up, you skip the laser. I'm going to go with the Merc Thermal Optic. Not a big fan of this on this weapon, especially, you'll see here in the gameplay, not a fan at all, but again, it definitely suits the weapon. It has that nice camouflage, that winter camouflage on the weapon as well. It's going to give you the thermal target identification, as well as the zoom level be increased, obviously, to 3.25 times. The con here being the ADS speed. Next up for the stock, and then this is going to be a full chassis change. So this is going to be the XRK SP TAC 208 Ultimate. So this is going to give us the pros of the ADS speed and the aiming stability. The cons being the recoil control. Now just look at how it changes the chassis. I'll deselect that, and you can see there it changes the whole chassis of the weapon versus the base. So if you take that off, that's what the weapon looks like. So if we go ahead and put that on, it's going to change the entire chassis, turning it more so into a more modernized M24 2010 variant. So that is how that stock looks. Again, really aesthetically pleasing for the weapon, and it changes the entire chassis of the weapon as well. Next up for the bolt assembly, the Sloan KR800 Deadeyes. This is going to help out with rechamber stability, which I really don't see a use for this. And you'll notice in the gameplay that rechamber speed is so slow using this attachment versus something like just the base or even the KR600 Feather for the faster chamber speed. But you'll notice the chamber speed very slow. I don't really think this attachment is worth using really in any situation. The next attachment being the Lapua ammunition. So this is the final attachment unlocked for the ammunition. Pros are going to be the bullet velocity, damage at range, increased damage. The cons being the ADS speed and the recoil control. So you're going to go from the base 300 Winchester. You also have the 300 Norma, and then they have the 338 Lapua round here as well, which is the final unlock. So it's going to give you the increased damage. And that is our final design for our internally suppressed M24 with the Frozen Waste blueprint. Again, nothing really stands out from the base weapon with the same attachments. You can see some of the spring coil there around the bolt assembly, and that's really about it. Other than that, besides the winterized camouflage on here, it looks the exact same. No major cosmetic changes to the weapon. Next up, we'll go ahead and look at the pistol itself for the Sykov. So again, go ahead and check out the video I did yesterday going over how to unlock this weapon. And what this is, the Stechkin automatic pistol, the APS, or the Avtomatchetsky Pistolet Stechkina, is what it's really called in Russian. So you can see here the same attachments really we did yesterday, minus the optic and a little bit of a different trigger here. So you're going to go with the 140mm auto. Is going to give you the fire rate increase, as well as the full auto select fire. So you're basically locking your weapon into full auto with this attachment. The other options here, you can only go single fire. However, with this, you're locked into full auto, which is an interesting attachment. I like that you're stuck in that fire rate with this barrel. Cons being the recoil control and the hip fire accuracy, given that you are fully automatic with that 5.1-inch barrel or 140mm barrel. Next up for the optic, going to go with the Cronin LP945 Reflex. We're going to go with the PP Karabin stock, It's going to give you the recoil control, aim walking stability, and the aim walking steadiness, and the cons there being the ADS speed and the aim walking movement speed. 20 round magazine, which is standard with the Stechkin. However, it wouldn't be an extended looking mag like this. It would fit in there perfectly. Cons being the ADS speed and the movement speed. And then we have the lightweight trigger, which increases your fire rate, which, however, with the automatic fire on this with the full auto barrel, I should say, doesn't increase your fire rate. So this was really useless. The one you could use is maybe this heavy duty double action. However, none of these are going to affect your fire rate while you're in full auto mode. So you could use that attachment elsewhere. That's the final design for the Stechkin pistol or the APS. And I don't have camouflage unlocked for this, but you can see if we put camouflages on the SPR, kind of what that looks like. It actually looks pretty neat on there. Covers the entirety of the weapon, and it's a nice clean camouflage look there. The only thing you're not covering is the optic itself, but it does look pretty cool. Similar to the base, I don't think there's any difference with the camo attachment on these weapons. So that's the final design for these weapons. We go ahead now and we'll jump into the gameplay for this. You'll see me utilizing just the two weapons here. We're playing on one of, if not the only map here in Modern Warfare's multiplayer here, just against bots. Just trying to utilize the internally suppressed M24 as well as the Stechkin pistol as they're meant to be used here. And again, it's pretty interesting. The sniper rifle variant with the optic, I'm not a big fan of. Just takes a little bit too long to get on target, especially on a smaller close quarters map like this. However, it would be good if you use this maybe in Warzone. It would definitely have a better use. But I'm not a big fan of the weapon, especially with the bolt assembly that comes with this specific blueprint. Your rechamber speed is just so slow that it really makes it difficult to use in this type of map setup. And then with the Stechkin pistol, again, great weapon here in game. Definitely a little bit overpowered when it comes to the Akimbos, and when we see that in Warzone. So that'll be something to look forward to. Hopefully, we'll probably end up getting a nerf. I'm assuming. I'm seeing a lot of hate to these online. However, it handles really how it's intended to in close quarter situations. But definitely the damage and some of the bullet spread isn't as bad as it should be. The recoil is pretty heavy if you're dual wielding, but I feel like the damage at range, or the spread on the shots as well as damage at range, needs to be reduced a little bit, just because you can see here, even though I'm ADSing with the single one, which is kind of how it should work, but I'm able to get kills out to maybe 15-20 meters. But if I'm dual wielding them, really I think the damage drop off needs to be more severe, especially even with the base pistol probably, just because you don't want to be utilizing this outside of its intended purpose, which is a backup secondary for very, very close quarter situations with inside 10 meters, I would say. Outside of 10 meters, your damage drop off should be pretty significant, similar to what they've done with nerfs to the other types of pistols in the past for these dual wielding issues. I'm assuming they'll probably do a very similar, if not the same kind of nerf coming up here at some point. So that's the bundle. Again, I did the full weapon conversion for the APS or the Stretchkin pistol yesterday, so go ahead and check that video out. Go into a lot of real-life stats for the weapon and just some design mechanics with the weapon and some information that I think everyone would find pretty useful. Let me know what you think of the bundle overall. Now, the next question is, since we have the new APS pistol here, or the Sykov pistol, where are the other two new weapons, that being the Scorpion Evo 3 and the SIG LMG, or the RAL LMG? We saw them both introduced into Warzone at the beginning of Season 2 by accident, as their blueprints were able to be picked up off the ground, and they were swiftly taken out probably a week or two after the start of the season. So as we close in here on Season 3, the question is, when are these going to come? I'm assuming most likely, hopefully, the start of Season 3, and I'm not really sure when the new map is actually supposed to come. It seems like it may be a mid-Season 3 update type of deal, but let's just hope we are able to get these new weapons soon, because I really, really want the new RAL LMG, and the Scorpion Evo will be a good fit in the game as well. Have to see what the TTK is on that, though, when we compare it to the Sykov. So if you're dual wielding the Sykovs in full auto, your TTK has, I believe, 208 milliseconds, which is the fastest TTK in the game, which makes it almost impossible, or it makes it definitely impossible to react or do anything. So should be interesting to see what they do with this going forward. Let me know down below what you guys think of the bundle, as well as the new pistol. So let me know if have you unlocked it, are you dual wielding it, and when do you want to see these new weapons, being the RAL LMG and the Scorpion Evo 3. Hopefully, like I said, they're coming here. I wish, hopefully, before the start of Season 3, or at least at the start of Season 3, it would be nice to be able to unlock those in Modern Warfare. It seems like it'll probably come at Season 3 with the maps from Modern Warfare that were also taken out of the game last week. So let me know what you guys think down below. What other weapons would you want to see introduced for Modern Warfare? It seems like we're probably all done with the Modern Warfare content at this point. However, it would be pretty cool to see some new weapons introduced into the game. I'd really like that, to see some additional weapons brought in from Infinity Ward. Would be really nice. So let me know what you guys think of these weapons in the bundle overall. Let me know down below in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, this is Buffering Gaming with the new Sparks Operator bundle. Until next time, Buffering Gaming out.
Cruise missile, go for launch. Got a VTOL on station, ready to deploy.
Tiger 3-1 arriving on station ready.
No effect on target.
Hostiles in the area.
Who dares wins?
Reloading!
Gotta reload.